I'd just like to thank all y'all. I'd like to further my education and my basketball career at Louisiana State University.
The books, and it doesn't get much better than this. Number 1 versus number 2, a battle between the number 1 as the Aggies will be in town looking to take the top spot in the nation from the Tigers as well as the SEC. We send it out to Derek Kopp, who is out there with just the opening pitch. Way.
Well, you said it, Cody. Number 1 LSU against number 2 Texas A&M, and it is a beautiful day. Fans been pouring in all day for what could be the biggest SEC matchup of the year. Now, coming into today's game, you'll have Jared Poche on the mound for the Tigers, a 7-1 record and a 2.9 ERA, going against Grayson Long of the Aggies with an 8-0 record and a 2.73 ERA. Now the Aggies use power, 47 home runs, 4th in the nation, but an ERA of just 2.4, while the Tigers hit for average with a .32. So expect this game to be a shootout. Now looking at Coach Paul Maneri and shortstop Alex Bregman before the game, said that yes, this is a big game, but they're going to treat it just like any other.
We approach it all the same. And because of that, I think our players have a tendency to play very well in the biggest games or the bigger games that you in the media or fans or whatever might indicate to be the bigger games. Our players don't have to try any harder because they try as hard as they can every day, whether it be practice, like I said, or non-conference games. So I think there's a natural inclination to have a little bit more adrenaline rush, bigger crowd, more at stake. But what I keep preaching to our players is they don't have to try any harder, that they're going to play in bigger games than this as the year progresses.
I'd actually say this is a rivalry game. They're very good. We've had competitive games against them every time we've played them. And they're a very good team, so it's gonna be treated kind of like a rivalry game.
Guys, it is sure to be an exciting one. You can catch the game at 6:30 on ESPN2, but stay with Tiger TV Sports Twitter for updates throughout the game. For now, back to you guys at the desk, Cody.
Thanks, Derek. Oftentimes in the NBA, a number 1 versus number 8 seed leaves little excitement on the court. A snooze fest, sort of say. But not between the Pelicans and the Warriors. A slugfest through 2 games. And although the Pels are down 2-0 heading into tonight's matchup, it's not without effort, especially for the superstar.
I want to come out the game. I want to be on the floor as much as possible. Give my team a chance to win. And we talked about it. Trying to figure something out where I can get a minute or 2 here and there. But for the majority of the game, I want to be on the floor.
I'm going to try to get him out, get him a quick blow, and then get him back in. He wants to play the whole game. It's like a fight. He and I are like, I can't even write up my timeout play because he's worried about it. I'm going to take him out of the game. So he just wants to be out there, and you love that. I don't want guys on our team that don't want to play. But you're right. There are opportunities to get him a quick blow and get him back in the game.
Ben Simmons, Brandon Sampson, and now Antonio Blakeney. The last of which to sign on to wear the purple and gold next season for Johnny Jones' LSU Tigers. And another piece to what is expected to be the highest-ranked recruiting class in school history, and possibly on top of the nation. Blakeney is a 6'4", 177-pound guard who averaged 29.7 rebounds and just under 3 assists, as he led his nationally prominent Oak Ridge squad to a 22-7 record and a trip to the regional finals. The Florida Class 8A Player of the Year was voted Mr. Basketball by his home state and was a standout in the All-American game as well as the Jordan Brand Classic in Brooklyn, and his addition could be the final piece needed to make LSU a national contender come November. A jam-packed weekend for Louisiana sports caps off with the Zurich Classic taking place this weekend down the I-10 in New Orleans for the TPC, but a warm-up round took place at University Club, home of the 2015 SEC Golf Champs. Former LSU standouts like John Peterson and Andrew Lupe grouped up with some local amateurs to get a few swings in before today's first round, and both completed in last year's Classic, resulting in mixed scores. Lupe finished 2 under while Peterson missed the cut, but he says he's ready to improve this time around, and warming up at a familiar course may do the trick. That is all the time we have today for sports, but more Newsbeat is coming your way after the break.